You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Look out, it's episode 240 of the Rusted Robot Podcast for March 31st, 2019.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations.
I am Locutus, a Borg.
You're like a machine underneath, right? But sort of alive outside?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
I'm an android.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
Counterfeit, facsimile, replica.
We need some sort of robot. Ah, crap! I'm some sort of robot.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. My name's Sean.
Oh, I'm Kitty.
I'm Josh.
And we are the Rusted Robot crew.
You think we would have met before today?
Well, 240 episodes, I think we did. Pretty sure.
Are you sure they're not a prologue?
Or a figment of our imaginations.
Ooh, introduced today. Everything...
Nothing existed before this moment in time.
Nothing existed before this moment in time.
Or it did. One way or the other.
It's part of your imagination now.
Hey, you know what's not part of my imagination? This past week, Josh, we hit 60,000 downloads for the podcast. Yay! Yeah! How incredible is that?
I will do the woot woot.
You will?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do know some podcasts, like the big time guys, get 60,000 downloads per episode.
Holy moly.
But we're not those guys.
No.
But that's a lot.
I'm not even a guy.
You're not a guy?
Mm-mm. I'm not one of those guys, but I'm also not even a guy. At all.
Wow, this is a weird departure. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I just wanted to thank all of our fans over the years for sticking with us and downloading us more than 60,000 times. That's pretty incredible.
Yes, thank you very much, my rusticles.
Yeah, and wow. So, how are you, Josh? We haven't had a recording with you in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
That is true. I was not feeling well at all last week. I had spent the night up Friday night all sick. Didn't sleep at all. So, yeah. So I'm doing better now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
I was working.
You were working. So there almost was not an episode last week, but luckily Karen stepped in at the last minute to do it. I was going to record it by myself, but I didn't want to do that either. If you want to listen to some episodes of me by myself, you can listen to the Soul Forge podcast. Shameless plug of the week alert. But listening to podcasts, speaking of that, I discovered a new app that our listeners might be interested in.
And what does this app do?
It pays you for listening to podcasts, which is something you're doing already anyway.
Yeah.
All you have to do is sign up, download the app, and listen to podcasts through that app instead of like your regular thing.
Interesting. And how does it function? Like, what purpose does it serve?
I don't know. I don't know where they're getting the money from, but for every 10 minutes of a podcast that you listen to, you get 1 pod coin.
Sounds like data mining, doesn't it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like they're listening to find out what kind of stuff people are listening to?
Maybe. What is the value of a single pod coin?
Well, let me pull up my app here. It's actually, that's what the app is called. It's called Podcoin. And if you have a podcast, you can claim your podcast on the app, and then they'll promote your podcast for 2 weeks as well. No charge to you. But looking at the rewards here, let's see. After 1,200 pod coins, you get a $2 Amazon gift card, a $3 Dunkin' Donuts gift card, a $5 Starbucks card, or a $5 Amazon card. That's 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, or 2,000. And then for 4,000, you get a $10 Google Play, also a $10 Target E gift card for 4,000 pod coins. You can give to causes as well.
All right, so go back.
Yeah.
So we're looking all the way back to the top.
Yeah.
So $1,200 to get $2.
Yes.
That's $600 a dollar. That's 6 a cent. So they're worth 1/6 of a cent.
I guess so.
For 10 minutes.
But it doesn't cost anything to download the app.
And you're doing it already?
And if you're already listening to podcasts anyway, what's the big deal, right?
It sounds like it's data mining for Amazon and Google, seeing as how that's where they're getting the things from.
It probably is for your listening habits or whatnot.
And then they can figure out what people are interested in based on the things that they're listening to.
Right, and they're going to...
Also targeted ads, because it's linked to your account.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it may or not be a good thing. I don't know. I've got 163.4 pod coins, and I only signed up a few days ago.
It's not
no
really...
commercials?
No, you just listen to podcasts.
No question. You listen to podcasts streamed, yes? Not
No,
downloaded?
no, look. Where's my library here? Here's my library. I subscribed to The Rusted Robot, Disco Trek, and Emotional Badass, and I listened to a couple. I downloaded them, and once you listen to them, they gray themselves out.
That's interesting.
So I don't really know what the secret behind the thing is, but I downloaded a few of them.
It's probably just data mining, but everything is doing that now anyway, so it doesn't...
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how they were making their money to pay for the things.
And there's, on the front page, there's a bonus. For 10 minutes, you get 1.5 pod coins, I guess, if you listen to these featured shows. And then they've got trending shows.
Is the dollop on there?
I haven't looked through all the way through here, but there's a whole pile of different ones. I don't know. It's something to explore. It's
interesting.
It's Podcoin, and that's pretty much all I know. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but we'll figure it out.
It's probably not any worse than, like, say, Facebook.
Probably not.
That's full of data mining, too.
It is. That's why all your targeted ads are right on there. So, yeah, it's just something I thought I would bring up, and maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's not. Check it out or don't.
It's pretty neat.
It's pretty neat. This brings us to our Celebrity Death of the Week section. I know, Josh, you're shaking your head at me. It's what you do. I figured we should talk about this one because it was an actor who is best known for the voice of one of the characters in the Thunderbirds claymation animated
No, they
show.
were marionettes. Yeah.
Marionettes, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes. And as we know, my co-host from Sci-Fi Waffle Podcast, the now defunct show that I did with Paul Wright, he was a big fan of the Thunderbirds. I think we did an episode on it. It may have been even one of our midweek supplementals for the podcast. I can't remember. I didn't go back and check.
I enjoyed Thunderbirds a lot.
Yeah, I watched it as a kid too.
Thunderbirds are go.
So
I just don't remember very much because I was very little.
Well, I'm sure you can find it again somewhere. So Thunderbirds actor Shane Rimmer dies at the age of 89. He provided the voice of Scott Tracy, and as well as voicing the heroic puppet pilot in the hit 60s show, he also appeared in some of the biggest film franchises of all time. He starred in the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, had smaller roles in Star Wars, Superman, and Batman movies. He was a familiar face on Coronation Street in the 60s, and he was born in Toronto, Canada, and moved to London in the 50s.
He's Canadian?
He's Canadian. And during his prolific career, he also appeared in shows like Doctor Who, The Saint, films like Dr. Strangelove, Gandhi, Rollerball, and Out of Africa. And his management company said, Shane was always tremendous fun and an absolute delight to work with. He will be very much missed.
It sounds like he liked a lot of the same things that we like.
It does sound like it. And I was thinking about that. I shared that link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/therustedrobot. Paul Wright actually reacted to that link, and that reminded me that Paul has not given us a UK correspondence segment in quite a while. So Paul, if you're out there listening, I don't know if you listen to the show still, we haven't talked in a while, but send us some UK correspondence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, before the sealed border after the Brexit.
Oh!
Ooh, that was harsh. Josh.
It's happening. They all know that it's a thing.
Oh, it's not a secret to them?
No.
Oh, phew. Okay. All right.
That's a crap show and a half.
Yes, which we won't be talking about here.
Okay.
Unless you really feel it deep in your heart.
It's political and not really related to nerdy things.
It's not full of geeky goodness.
No, it's full of terrible politician crap.
Real life stuff, Josh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very sad.
No.
So last week I got to talk about Star Trek Discovery.
Black alert. Black alert.
Moving on.
Oh, no.
You got your 40% of the show in on that.
I did.
My sister Julie says that you need to talk less about Star Trek.
Why?
Because she said that there's a little bit too much of it.
How is there too much of it? We hardly talk about it at all.
Well, I guess maybe she just listened to your last episode.
Well, if you judge a podcast by one episode, you're not getting the full scope of things.
I guess.
Yeah, last week was a special circumstance.
That's right, because Josh wasn't there, so I actually got to talk about it.
Yeah. She just Star Trek Discovery. I guess she's not a fan.
That's okay. All I'm going to say is that the episode that came out Thursday of this week, Perpetual Infinity, episode 11 of season 2, may or may not show the origin of the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
Interesting.
That's a fan theory. I don't know if that's where they're going with it, but it was maybe not the best episode, but it gave a lot of information, packed a punch.
Well, we know that the Borg existed sometime in the 1500s. So
I was reading the article about that, but there's a lot of time travel in this season, so hard to say what they're going to do. Listen. The people for Discovery haven't said that that's the case. It's just a fan theory that I read. So we have 3 more episodes of the season to find out if that's the case or if it's totally something else.
Interesting.
They're always subverting our expectations.
I don't know. I haven't had the chance to watch it.
You can't always subvert expectations. That's not how good storytelling works.
You haven't seen the season.
Yeah, but
it's good.
What if it's a show where every episode is different because it's a different thing? Like, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
That's different. That's not a single narrative story.
But that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, if they were constantly subverting expectations.
Well, they're not constantly doing it. They're kind of making us think one thing, and then it's not quite that.
Yeah.
So I don't know
You mentioned how that the last 2 episodes in a row, as on the last podcast, that at the very end they reveal that, oh no, what you thought wasn't right, instead of, putting proper hints throughout the episodes and showing things in a good narrative way.
Oh, there was probably proper hints.
Wouldn't you have to do at least some things in a way where people thought it was going to turn out that way? Otherwise it'll wind up like an M. Night Shyamalan's movie where there's going to be some kind of twist at the end?
Most of it is not twist at the end. It's standard storytelling. But they're keeping us guessing so that it's kind of a surprise, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, did you watch the time capsule episode of the Orville the other week?
I have not watched it for a couple weeks. I think I've only missed 1 episode, right? Because there wasn't one for...
There was one last week and then nothing the week before. Now 3 weeks were off.
Yeah, so I'm 1 episode behind.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, it's about a time capsule that they found.
Time capsule?
Yeah, from 400 years in the past, which was basically our time, 2015. Yeah, and...
Speaking of time capsules, I believe I read something about you opening some sort of time capsule.
As a matter of fact, yes. This past episode of the Soulforge podcast, soulforgepodcast.com, episode 94, what I did was I unboxed my time capsule from first year university from the year 1995-96.
That's always really neat. I like time capsules.
At the end of the year, what I did was put a bunch of stuff that I thought would be significant to me sometime in the future in this box, kept it closed.
Was it still?
Most of the stuff I couldn't remember why I had it, actually.
That's kind of funny.
Yep. But the episode's hilarious. Actually, there's been quite a few downloads on it. It's one of the most popular episodes.
Did you actually bury your time capsule?
No, I just had it in a tote somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. And I did it for first and second year university, so I have another one to open in a few months.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why didn't you open them in initial sequence?
What?
The first year and second year you didn't open, but you opened your last year?
No. I opened the one from my first year of university.
Okay.
And I did it for first year and second year, but I didn't have time capsules for third and fourth.
Okay.
So I opened up the first one, and I've got a second one, which I'll have an episode later.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Time capsules have always been an interesting experiment, and they've always been in like various sci-fi things.
Yes. So the Orville episode was really good. It's basically a take on Geordi and the holodeck falling in love kind of a thing. That doesn't give you a spoiler, but
okay.
I won't go into too much detail, but it's neat. It's a really good episode. It's probably one of their best ones.
I got a lot of good episodes, so...
It's right up there, Joshy boy. I don't know why I called you that just now. That was kind of weird. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
So, speaking of Star Trek Discovery and casting news and things like that, do you know who Sonequa Martin-Green is?
No.
You don't? Oh, well, she played Sasha on The Walking Dead. She also plays Commander Michael Burnham on Star Trek Discovery. She's the main character. Guess what? She's going to be in something else.
What is she going to be in?
Oh, I think you'll like this. Space Jam 2 adds Star Trek Discovery star Sonequa Martin-Green to the cast.
Space Jam 2?
The Space Jam universe just got a bit bigger, and Lebron James has a new teammate on the Toon Squad. Recruiting from the Star Trek and Walking Dead franchises, the sequel to the 90s classic just added Sonequa Martin-Green. The actress will play LeBron's wife in Space Jam 2, according to a new report from Variety. She's best known for her role as Sasha in The Walking Dead, which she left to play the lead of Michael Burnham in Star Trek Discovery. So, Space Jam 2 will be a follow-up from the animation live-action hybrid from the 90s, which saw NBA legend Michael Jordan team up with the Looney Tunes to take on an invading group of aliens attempting to enslave the cartoon characters.
The Monstars.
Yes, little is known about the sequel at this point, except that we'll see James team up with the Looney Tunes on the basketball court. It's unclear if the Monstars and their leader, voiced by Danny DeVito in the original film, will return to take on the Toon Squad in a rematch, or if they'll be facing another threat entirely. That's exciting.
I kind of hope it's a different threat, because like the big bad guy wound up somewhere else.
And also, didn't the Monstars join the Toons?
Yes, the Monstars joined the Toons. I was really hoping they would be in the cartoons after that, but they never added them in. Because like they were still drawing new cartoons, and even since then they have like there's a new Looney Tunes that you can watch on Netflix, but I can't remember what it's called. But it's really worth watching. It's super funny.
Yeah?
It's almost like a behind the scenes, so instead of them like doing their performances where like Bugs lives in a hole and comes out and Elmer Fudd chases him around, sometimes Daffy's there, and it's duck season, it's rabbit season. Instead, this one, Daffy is his mooching roommate that doesn't actually pay rent and lives in Bugs' mansion, and he's rich from selling carrot peelers. He invented the carrot peeler.
Is that right?
Yeah, and a bunch of his neighbors are other characters from the show. So, like, Granny is a neighbor of his, and Witch Hazel is a neighbor of his, and his next-door neighbor is Yosemite Sam, and it's really funny. And Bugs winds up with Taz as his pet, even though he's a Tasmanian devil and not a dog.
Oh.
It's pretty great. It's a great and crazy cartoon.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
And where can we find this? On Netflix?
Yeah. It's really worth watching. It's it has a story where it carries on from like one episode to the next, which is kind of cool, but also most things are wrapped up inside that one episode. It's really crazy. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Huh.
Lola's also there. She wasn't in the original ones and then got added in after Space Jam, the original Space Jam.
Which is one of your favorite shows.
Yes, it's Julie's favorite show.
Julie's favorite show. And who is Julie anyway?
Julie is my sister / business partner. She's my business sister.
Business partner's business sister.
Yes.
What do you do?
We own a comic book store.
What?
Yeah, in Timmins, Ontario, 38 Pine Street North. It's called Jump City.
Why is it called Jump City?
Because that's where the Teen Titans protect.
Oh.
That's the city in which they live. It is only across the bridge from Gotham and has weather like Miami, even though they're across the bridge from Gotham.
Huh.
They must have a lot of pollution in Gotham because it looks like London, where it's like foggy and dark all the time. But that's just how London's weather is.
And Gotham is not that far away from Metropolis.
Yeah.
Which is sunny and bright all the time.
Yeah. So Gotham must just have pollution. Or perhaps Bruce and the rest of the Wayne Company has like devised a way to make some kind of smog cloud so he never has to get a tan line. Because then he would be easily recognizable as Batman.
Right.
I think it's more likely it's pollution from Wayne Corp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because Wayne Corp makes everything.
Yeah.
So a comic book shop, huh? That must be pretty neat to be a business owner.
It is. I really like it.
You sell comic books there?
Yes.
What else do you sell? Do
We
you sell vape pens like Josh is currently smoking?
We do not.
Oh.
Vaping. You don't smoke a vape pen. If you do, it's really not good.
I don't know the term. I don't do things like that to pollute my lungs, Josh.
Well, you should.
I should start polluting my lungs.
No. Like, if you're not doing it, don't take it up.
But he enjoys it. And he looks like he's having a good time.
Well,
And-
he used to smoke, so, like, it is better than smoking.
Yeah.
It's just, like, you're not supposed to breathe things that aren't just air.
Oh, so stop it. Josh.
He actually did for a little while.
I know, and then he started again. What the heck? What the heck, buddy?
What the heck, me?
I gotta what the heck you?
He didn't go back to smoking, so I don't care.
Okay.
Anyway,
Tell me more.
so we mostly sell comic books and graphic novels.
Ooh.
This week was the release of Detective Comics number 1000.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot of variants, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a moment. And then also we have some toys and some action figures, some old antique collectible action figures and other things. We have many statues.
I like statues.
Yeah.
And action figures.
And Pokemon. We have Pokemon cards.
Ah, neat.
And also local art and crafts.
Cool.
And they're all nerdy. So anyway, back to the Detective Comics 1000. I will read to you from the previews catalog. That's the catalog that we have in the store.
I know. I saw it this week when I picked up my comic book, and it had Star Trek stuff on the cover.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Isn't it Star Trek versus Transformers?
Maybe it was. That's the comic book I picked up.
Yeah. So after 80 years, it's here, the 1000th issue of Detective Comics, the title that literally defines DC. This 96-page issue is stacked with an unbelievable lineup of talent that will take you on a journey through Batman's past, present, and future, plus a sensational epilogue that features the first ever DC Universe appearance of the deadly Arkham Knight. But who is under the mask, and why do they want Batman dead? The incredible future of Batman adventures begins here. We will have a decade-appropriate trade dress after 80 years. It's here, the 1000th issue of Detective Comics, the title that literally defines DC. Oh, it's repeating itself.
Oh, I love when articles do that.
Yeah.
Like they didn't edit.
But it has a lot of different covers that are available.
How many covers do you have at your store?
We have maybe I'm going to say 7 left. But they're by artists like Michael Cho, Bruce Timm, Greg Pulo. There were some by Frank Miller, but I think I'm all out of them.
Oh.
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Those are only the ones that I can remember.
Right, because there's probably more.
Yeah.
And there was lots of variants?
Yeah, there were.
So
Although
many.
I think we're all out of the Frank Miller ones.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Speaking of Batman, there's a lot of celebrations this year because it's the 80th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And according to comicbook.com, there's an article here. The next time Batman hits the big screen, the new actor will be under the cape and cowl in Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman. But the character already has a memorable legacy of movies under his belt, and now you have a chance to see some of those classic films back in theaters. Fathom Events announced that 4 of the classic Batman movies will be returning to theaters for one day only. Go to the Facebook page and click on Fathom Events in the article to find out where these are. But on Saturday, May 4th, we're going to have Batman from 1989. On Monday, May 6th, we'll have Batman Returns. Saturday, May 12th, we'll have Batman Forever. And Tuesday, May 14th, we'll have Batman and Robin for one day only. So that's exciting news if you want to see those films in the theater once again.
Do you think they'll have them in our theater?
I'm going to say no, because we live in Timmins, the land that culture forgot.
So sad.
That's why we can't have nice things.
We probably could have nice things.
We probably could. We just don't.
Yeah.
City Council banned that.
Yeah,
They banned having nice things.
No more nice things. So that's exciting. You know what now is a good time for, Josh?
What's that?
How about a podcast promo for another podcast here on the ESO network? Now you, my friend, did not choose a podcast promo.
I did. You just said no.
Well, because we already used it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you want to use it again?
Yeah, because they're one of the ones that I've listened to.
Okay.
So, I'm not going to recommend a podcast until I've had a chance to listen to it, and I didn't have a chance to check out the other ones yet.
Oh.
So it's going to be one of the ones we've already put up, because I've listened to the ones since I took over picking them.
Right. Okay. So you don't want me to just throw in a random podcast promo right here?
No. Because I'm not going to recommend something I don't like, even if they are on the network.
Ah.
So until I have a chance to check out everything on the network,
yeah,
I'm not going to recommend ones I haven't listened to. That'd be both disingenuous to our audience
and irresponsible as well, I'm sure.
Yes, in a way. It's you don't want to recommend just things randomly. You want to pick something that you go, yeah, this is quality. You should listen to this.
So if there's a podcast promo and you listen to it, their podcast, and you don't like it, we're not going to play that promo?
No.
But we're supposed to play all the promos eventually.
Well, then they will have to improve their quality.
Because you are quality control. Vice President of Quality Control here at Rusted Robot Headquarters?
I would not recommend anything to my listeners that I did not actually say, yeah, that's good. I'll listen to that.
Okay, so what promo are we going to play right here?
We're going to play the flagship.
So the Earth Station 1 podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is Mike. A few months back, I was given the assignment of creating a new promo for the Earth Station 1 podcast. I figured I had a ton of time, but I kind of got distracted. Go figure. And we realized we had somehow missed our deadline. So here I am late at night trying to figure out something creative to get you to listen to our show. I guess I could just use my announcer voice. Listen to the Earth Station 1 podcast. For almost 9 years, we've been bringing your inner geek out to play. We're a founding member of the ESO network, and you can find us up on most media players like iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or wherever fine podcasts are found. I think that might work.
That was a great promo. Mike does a good job on that thing.
He does.
Yeah.
It's fairly entertaining.
It's very entertaining. And the podcast is pretty great, too. I've been on it several times.
Yeah, it's a good show.
It is.
Right?
That's why they've got more than 400 episodes.
That's why I have no problem saying you should listen to it. It's good.
It is good. This is where you throw in your 2 cents. Have you listened to any podcasts here on ESO?
I've been too busy with lots of other things. I haven't watched or listened to anything in a long time.
Oh, okay.
Except I did get to watch Umbrella Academy. with
Umbrella.
Josh. Yeah, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, how do you like it?
It was pretty good. It's very zany.
It is. I only watched the first episode so far.
It has time travel.
I like time travel.
You do like time travel.
I do.
It's weird.
Yeah? I know there's a talking monkey. Butler guy.
There is a talking
He's a chimpanzee, not a
chimp
monkey.
guy.
Well, whatever.
His name is Pogo.
No. There's a big difference between a monkey and an ape.
No tail.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, a chimp shares 98% of our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're also a lot stronger than monkeys.
Yeah.
And they're really creepy because sometimes they hunt them.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Chimpanzees hunt monkeys?
Yes.
Oh my.
And it's terrifying.
It sounds terrifying.
It's like watching Planet of the Apes.
I love Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Matt Reeves, director. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Very good. Speaking of Netflix, I recently watched something. My friend Stephanie, who was here a few months ago, or a few podcast episodes ago, she was here again this week, and she recommended, hey, Sean, you should watch this thing on Netflix. I'm like, what should I watch, Steph? She's like, you should watch Big Mouth. I'm like, what is that?
Oh my gosh.
I said, what is it? She's like, well, it's a cartoon. I'm like, okay. So we sat down and we watched the first episode, because I like to watch cartoons in the morning on Netflix before I go to work. And I just finished watching season 2 of Castlevania, which was really pretty good.
I heard that's really good.
It was excellent. Yeah, so now I've got this Big Mouth thing to watch. It's got like Fred Armisen and Maya Rudolph and all kinds of comedian actors, and I think it was created by Nick Kroll and all these guys.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like it's done with flash animation and...
I don't know what that means, but it's very cartoony and hilarious, dirty as hell.
Yeah.
Oh boy, they're talking about all kinds of stuff, and kids should not watch this show. No. Have you seen anything of it, Josh?
I've seen like clips and whatnot, and it is not something that I would watch.
It's one of those things where I almost feel bad for watching it, but it's hilarious.
We have really limited time, though.
Well, yeah.
Our tastes are a little bit different. Like, even we do watch cartoons, and even though the cartoons that we watch sometimes generally are child-friendly, a lot of them have really good story. Have you seen Dragon Prince yet?
I binged the whole thing and watched it all. It was awesome.
Did you see season 2?
Of course. I loved it.
We have not yet finished season 2.
Oh, you
we are
gotta
watching it as a family, and we have crazy limited time, so
right.
I don't even know when we'll get to watch the second or third episode. Third? Is that what we're on?
Third.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good. I watched it in the morning.
It's really worth watching, right?
It is.
Now,
It is.
you didn't binge watch Big Mouth,
I've seen 5 episodes so far.
but you binge watched Dragon Prince.
I did. And Castlevania.
Because sometimes the story is a lot better, right?
Yes.
It's like, I heard Big Mouth is good, but it's like junk food for your brain.
Yeah, it's not something that you'd want to binge watch necessarily.
Yeah, because then you'd wind up saying horrible things at work.
Probably. Yeah. There's probably no redeeming qualities to it whatsoever other than the fact that it's hilarious. And
which is okay. It's fine to have hilarity and, very crass, rude jokes. It's like a night at the bar.
Yes. Yes, it is. Now, speaking of Netflix and cartoons and things and carrot peelers shred things.
Yes!
Carrots, namely.
Shredders.
Shredders are cool.
The Shredder.
Did you ever watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, Sean, I've never heard of this show before.
Yeah, I know. It's very obscure. It's one of those little shows from the 80s. They didn't make any toys of them from Playmates for like a dozen years at all. I know, I love your smile. Because I'm being silly.
I actually have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness RPG produced by Palladium Books in 1989.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
you've played it with us.
I have. Sunday nights.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous fun. Yes. Well, according to comicbook.com, they've finally released a cheese shredder with the shredder head. And it's only $20, and you can find the link on our Facebook page.
Even though I hate Walmart, I'm really tempted to go there and get one.
Yeah?
I want a shredder cheese shredder.
It's just like a regular shredder with
I know.
the shredder head.
Yeah, I don't even need another shredder. It's just it has a big shredder head on top, and I kind of want a cheese shredder.
And it's only $20.
Yeah.
So,
Stupid Walmart.
but you don't have to get it at Walmart. You can get it at Amazon.
I hate them even more than Walmart.
Oh.
They don't even have like a real physical store.
No, they don't.
And when they do, it's going to be programmed by robots. So you just walk in and you're on camera and it just gets charged to you.
What's wrong with robots?
Nothing's wrong with robots except for that, like, until the economy changes, they are kind of taking jobs that real people could have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, it'll be fine when people don't have to work anymore, but that's back into political things. I like robots, though. I want a Roomba.
New for my robot.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're neat.
They're cool.
Apparently the luge has been taken out of production.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a gutter cleaner robot.
Oh.
You climb up to one of the corners of your eaves trough.
Yeah.
And you put the luge into your gutter, and it cleans out your gutter until it reaches a corner, and then you get your ladder and go up there and switch it to the next corner. So, like, it's a lot less dangerous because you're not having to, like, move your ladder over or, as some people do, lean over while you're at the top of your ladder.
That's dangerous.
It is super dangerous, but this thing is neat. I like that it just kind of, it goes along and it just kind of lifts dirt and debris out and just throws it onto the ground.
Ah. But they stopped making it.
They did.
Oh, sadness. So much sadness.
Yeah. Didn't the Scuba also get renamed?
It did.
Something else now, right?
Yeah. The Scuba was discontinued and they started a new floor cleaning one.
Yeah. Now, the Scuba, many people thought that it was some type of pool cleaning robot.
Yes.
But it was not. It was a mop robot, which would function very much like the Roomba.
Ah, but it would wash your floors.
Yeah.
Neat.
It'd spray water onto the floor with a cleaning solution.
Okay.
You scrub it and then suck it up.
What did you just hit over there?
He's just knocking things
Are
over.
you
with
just
his
out of
finger.
control, knocking things around?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, look what I just did.
Sean actually finished his tea.
We'll have to mark this day on the calendar.
Right.
So that's the side of the cup you can finish.
Okay.
Because I never, ever finish the tea while we're recording an episode.
It is so small.
It is a very small, tiny cup.
That was my Nana's cup.
That was your Nana's cup and you gave it to me to borrow?
Yeah.
I almost lifted it with my pinky, like the Britons do, but I didn't.
Did you feel like you had to?
No, I just thought of it now, actually.
She was from England.
I don't believe... Yes, I'm not surprised.
So you can only drink a teeny tiny cup. That's only slightly larger than the cup that my children use to drink tea.
Are you calling me a baby?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying you're slightly larger than a baby.
Well, that's okay.
You're like a big baby.
I'm a big baby.
A big tea drinking baby.
Yes, yes.
Do you drink tea outside of our podcasting time?
Not often, but occasionally.
Yeah?
It happens from time to time. I have a whole cupboard full of tea stuff at my house, right beside my coffee stuff.
Is it for you, though, or is it for guests?
Whoever wants it.
Because I understand you have a coffee club.
Oh, every Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, I have Sunday morning coffee club. Anybody is welcome. Just come on over.
You're involved in a lot of adventures.
I like adventures. Adventures are cool.
Adventures are cool.
They are. They very, very much are.
Now all we need is time travel. And then Sean can achieve his goal of a time travel adventure.
Ooh, I would love a time travel adventure.
I know you would. Almost all the stories you bring up are almost always about time travel.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like you love Terminator.
Yeah?
You talk about Star Trek a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of your favorite episodes in Star Trek include time travel.
Yes.
What's the other one that he likes that has time travel? Obviously Doctor Who, but there's another one that I'm thinking of that has time travel. You love Planet of the Apes?
That's time travel.
That's all time travel.
New ones aren't time travel.
There's one moment of time travel.
I don't know. I like
how they get
the
there.
new one. The very first of the new Planet of the Apes is a time travel one.
What?
No.
Yeah, because he finds his ship.
No.
Are you talking about the Marky Mark episode?
Yeah.
Marky Mark one is
that's an
removed.
anomaly. That's
What?
not part of canon. That's just crap.
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed that one.
Oh,
It was
sorry.
fun.
Where did they get the horses?
I don't care.
Yeah, say. That's not the real Planet of the Apes. The real Planet of the Apes is Earth, as we all know.
Yeah.
That world wasn't Earth.
Also, I very much enjoyed the original too.
That's one of my favorite
It's
movies.
the best one.
It is the best one.
You maniacs! You blew it up! Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
I just like when people, like, it doesn't need to make complete sense to me. I just enjoy nonsense shows sometimes.
It's got to make complete sense to me.
Oh, well, yeah. It's better when it makes sense. But I'm okay with throwing things out the window and just enjoying them for what they are.
Me too. I can just enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where we're going sometimes.
As long as it's not Marky Mark.
Yes. unless we're watching Boogie Nights or some Transformers films.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Transformers films. Hey Josh, we love those. They're your favorite because they make so much sense.
I do love the Transformer film.
Do you?
Yeah, fantastic.
The first one?
Yeah.
Not any others?
The animated one, yeah.
Oh, from 86?
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Isn't that the one that made everybody cry?
Yes, it's very emotional.
Like Land Before Time. And now the new ones are like Land Before Time.
Because they just keep
come
coming.
full circle.
It has. Although Bumblebee was a really good film.
Yes, Bumblebee is a soft reboot.
Have you seen it?
I have not yet seen it.
Okay.
What I've been hearing is, though, it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
It is not super explosion-y
No.
crazy.
No, it's a very small.
You can actually tell what the character looks like.
Yes.
Instead of just being shards of glass.
True.
Unfortunately, they've decided that for the next one, they might continue with the other guy's universe. I can't remember his name.
Michael Bay?
Yeah, Michael Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they might continue the Michael Boom universe alongside this one. So you'll be getting a good Transformers movie, an explosion. A good Transformers movie, an explosion.
Sounds
a good
about right.
Transformers movie, explosion.
Yep.
Which is just going to be confusing. You really shouldn't run two universes parallel in the same thing, because people get confused, because the general populace is idiots.
I don't want to generalize, but I won't argue with you either.
I think everybody listening to this podcast is going to agree. Most people are stupid.
Well, people who listen to podcasts are naturally more intelligent.
Yeah.
Especially our listeners.
Yeah.
Well, they were able to figure it out, how to get to the podcast, so that puts them at least, pretty close to average.
Above average.
Oh, pretty close to average.
I keep having people come in and ask me if I can Google things for them.
Really?
Is that normal? Do you guys have that at work?
Nobody's ever asked me
I
that.
keep my headphones in, I don't talk to people. Even if I'm not listening to anything at the time, I still keep my headphones in so people leave me alone.
I'd like to know from our listeners, if you work in a retail place, do people come in and ask you to Google things?
TheRustedRobot@gmail.com.
I want to know. It's weird.
You know what I heard? There was an early screening of Shazam, and it's certified fresh, and apparently it's hilarious and awesome.
I really want to see Shazam. Like,
Shazam looks
super
great.
bad. It looks so good.
Yep. Another, week and a half or something?
Yeah. It looks like they finally figured out what they need to do for their universe.
Yeah, finally.
Don't make it super dark.
True.
Like, Batman's okay to be super dark.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Also, that
Batman.
makes total sense. Like, Gotham is already really dark.
Not a problem. Make Batman your dark, broody character, because he's the dark, broody character. Don't make Superman the dark, broody character.
No,
Yeah,
'cause he's
he's
light
a
and
ball
fun.
of sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't make the Justice League a dark and broody thing.
Yeah, it's just Batman. He's the only broody one.
He's the...
Well, there's another guy, but he's kind of fun too. Like, as long as he gets to smash things. Hawkman?
Hawkman's not one of the primary seven. You gotta deal with the core of the Justice League. Just the initial members. Martian Manhunter is a sad story.
Yeah, but he's not broody though.
He is not broody. He's mildly depressed.
Yeah,
And he deals with
he's
it
a
with being
great hero.
snarky.
I like him a lot.
But yeah, no, Batman is supposed to be the dark, brooding corner that he's standing in.
Yeah.
Where for some reason the lights never work in that corner.
Yeah, but like Superman is literally powered by the sun. You can't make him broody. He is a ball of sunshine.
Exactly. Have you guys seen the posters that Marvel released for the Avengers EndGame? All the different funky
I have been
posters?
deliberately avoiding all information on Endgame.
Do you mean where none of them look in the same direction?
Yeah, and it says Avenge the Fallen, I think. I haven't looked at all of them.
Yeah.
But have you seen all the fake ones? Like, there was one from the Neverending Story where the horse is sinking into the mud, and over top it says...
Artax.
Yeah, Avenge the Fallen.
Artax! You're sinking! Come on! Turn around! You have to now! Come on! Artax! Fight against the sadness, Artax! Artax, please? You're letting the sadness of the swamps get to you.
And they've done a bunch of things like that as
It's become
parodies.
a meme?
It's a meme now. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I'm very excited to see the new movie.
We have a month to wait. That's it. Less than. So that's good.
I love Marvel. I'll watch anything they make. I have not been displeased with anything that they've made.
I do believe I've seen every single one of those in the theater. I think.
I missed seeing all of them in theater.
I think I have. I wouldn't guarantee it.
Spider-Man Homecoming, I missed it. Oh, I just watched it. Somebody brought it over and we watched it.
It's a good one.
It was great.
It is. Hey, so speaking of movies, we should talk about some trailers that recently came out this week.
Oh!
And I should apologize for last week. I listened to the episode, and I should not have played the trailer on the podcast for Stranger Things Season 3. It was kind of screechy and...
Just noises?
Just noises. There was some talking. It was more of a visual thing, so I probably shouldn't have. But you said it was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I listened to a lot of audio dramas where they have like background sounds and whatnot.
Right,
so
right.
You get pretty used to it.
Okay.
Particularly when you have a zombie gunfight. There's a lot of zombie screams and gunshots and screeching metal and...
Right.
But you also know the story that goes along with it, so they've already previously painted a picture for you.
Yeah. But
Okay.
you get good at figuring out what the sounds mean.
I guess. Like we all know the sound of the Demogorgons now.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown plays 11, and she's in the new Godzilla versus the Monsters.
Yes!
So here's the trailer for that.
Rodan. Ghidorah. Mothra.
Oh my.
They're everywhere.
It's comforting.
Our planet will perish.
Hang on, kid!
And so will we. Unless we set Godzilla free.
This time we join him. That's messed up. Good thing he's on our side. Beautiful. Here we go. This is Godzilla's world. We just live in it.
Damn right.
Godzilla, rated PG-13.
And that looks really good. Visually stunning.
Yeah.
A lot more sounds and stuff, but there's some dialogue.
I'm so excited. Mothra's gonna be there. Ma-da-da!
So, definite theater watch, do you think?
Oh yeah, that's a definite
yes.
theater watch for
Yes.
us.
Pretty much, eh? Yeah.
We are fairly large Godzilla fans.
Yes.
Did you see the last one in theater?
We did.
The one from like 2014 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Maybe that's
With
too
Bryan
early.
Cranston?
Yeah, that one.
It was so good. It was so
Who
good.
died really early on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I spent the rest of the evening walking around, stomping everywhere, and making Godzilla roars to my best of my ability, which is not good.
Are you going to wear your kigurumi?
Yes, I probably am going to wear my Godzilla Kigurumi to go watch it.
What is that?
Kigurumi, it's like an oversized pajama.
Ah.
And it is animal-shaped. It has a tail. It has spines.
It's green, right?
Yeah, it's green.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
Probably.
It doesn't have any hands or feet,
Right.
because it's not a costume.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a onesie.
themed jammy.
Right.
And it is a onesie, but, like, where they put the leg is, like, where your knees are, so it doesn't really matter what size you are, you're going to fit in it.
Ah, okay.
And it also has no feet.
Right. So you can wear it around.
Yeah.
And not get it dirty.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like a footy jammy. But also, like, it fits more sizes because it has no feet.
Right.
So if your legs are longer, it's just that the legs go up higher on you.
Ah, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like we have to have Godzilla on our team to defeat all the monsters. Do you think you think he can?
We can't beat the monsters without Godzilla.
Well, no, but
Well, really, like, the idea is just,
Do you
like,
think-
Godzilla's not on our team. It's that we choose Godzilla.
Right. Right.
Because he's the winner and we want to stay alive.
Yes, we do. We always want to stay alive.
Yeah.
Survival is our instinct.
But, like, Godzilla's not doing it for us, is the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Do you think he can do it?
in the
Oh, yeah.
in the tradition of kaiju, our puny mortal weapons have no effect on the kaiju.
No.
It doesn't matter what kaiju it is, we're not going to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't think in any movie have we successfully killed
No,
any
not
kaiju.
us. But the creatures similar to us, the Martians,
Yeah,
they
have
made the
advanced
Mecha Godzilla.
Yes.
And that had the most effect on it, but it still went down.
So yeah, it looks like theater-worthy film for sure. Sometime this summer, we're excited.
Really excited.
Yes.
I cannot contain my excitement over Godzilla.
What about the second trailer that we're going to play called "Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark"?
This town has told stories about me. Horrible stories. But they don't realize I have scary stories of my own.
Sir,
Tell me a story.
Sarah Bellows' book. When the stories write themselves and it all comes alive.
You don't read the book. The book reads you. I'm afraid I'm gonna die, Dad.
We're next. We're next.
Also quite a good movie.
It looks pretty creepy.
Has exactly the same music track for the trailer.
What's up with that?
It's a bit weird. The Godzilla one sounded way more upbeat though. This one's creepy and scary. It's weird that it's like the same song and still totally different.
Yeah, it is weird.
They play them in different keys and at different paces, so...
Yeah. Neither one is anything like the original song.
Now, is this movie based on books?
Yes, it is. It's based on a book series.
You read it?
I did read many of them when I was younger. They were a series of like ghost stories that you could purchase.
Okay.
And then I used to buy them, and then like you could read them anywhere, but I bought them specifically from the Scholastic Book Fair that the school used to have.
Aha.
And then I would read them around the campfire when we would go camping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it anything like Goosebumps? Is it similar to that, or more scary?
It's scarier than Goosebumps.
Okay.
But it's written for a slightly older audience. So, like,
Right.
Goosebumps, I think, is written for, what, ages, like, 8 to...
10, probably?
8 to 11? Something
Around
like
that,
that. And then, like, Scary Tales to Tell in the Dark, or Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark was written for, like, probably... Like, I started reading them when I was, like, 10. But I think it's meant to go up to, like, age, like, 13, 14.
Oh, okay.
So they're...
A little bit more
older,
mature.
But like it's written so that a child could still read it. Like the lettering is a little bit larger than the average book. And there are like occasional pictures,
Okay.
but I think that was more to make it creepier because the pictures are unsettling.
Well, the images in the trailer were pretty unsettling as well. It looks creepy enough. Is this?
Yeah, it's great because like the pictures looked like what they made the monsters look like
in the book.
Yeah, but they just like made them 3D and fleshy now, whereas before they kind of looked like a pencil drawing or a pen and ink,
right?
Just sketchy, scratchy drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it looks basically the same.
You know what happened to me this week at work? Well, you know our mutual friend Colleen.
Yes.
Well, I was delivering some books to her. Choose your own adventure books that she found on a thrift site.
Yes! They finally came in?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. So, the last time I went over to go and visit Colleen and Adam, we were talking about Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I was telling her about these weird books that I used to read called the Witch Away series. And they were very strange, and a lot of them really didn't end well. Like, they all had a negative ending. And, like, the most positive ending that I would get was... and you've survived for now. But like it would just leave you on this like you probably die anyway thing, and they were all really ridiculous, and they used to be found at my Schumacher Republic school library when I was a little girl, but since then the school does not have its own library anymore.
Oh, that's
they
sad.
closed it and
No.
they sold all the books.
Oh.
What kind of school doesn't have a library?
It doesn't have its own library. A lot of schools don't have their own library anymore.
When I was in grade 6, 7, and 8, my school didn't have a gym. We had to get bused to the gym at another school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small enough school.
It was grades 4 to 8, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a small enough school. You didn't have the facilities. That's fine. But putting a room full of books is not that hard.
We did have a library.
Yeah.
And that's where I read Choose Your Own Adventure.
So, you know what I hated? I bought a few Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I kept trying to get through all the possible endings. And then so I was like, okay, hold on. So I tracked from each story where it came from on each page, like this proceeded from the previous page, or you jump to it from here, right?
Yeah.
And I tracked it. And about a third of the book was filled with story things that had no connecting points that you could never get to.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what? The Witch Away series is also like that. Not all of them have, like, weird story things that don't really fit in, but I discovered that sometimes you can reach those endings by reading a different book.
Aha. That's complicated.
So, like, if you are reading this other book and it's like, to go to this ending, go and get this book, and if you didn't have it, you couldn't read the rest of your story.
So you get hooked and you have to go buy more.
Yeah.
Buy more.
Yeah.
Be a consumer.
It's a good series, though. Was she very pleased to get them?
She was very happy. So, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie. Are we going to go see it? Are you going to go see it? Are you going to take the kids? Are you going to
Oh, we are not taking the children.
No, it looks pretty creepy.
Take Damien.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So maybe you guys will go see it. I probably won't. So let's play our last trailer, which looks really, really good. Here it is. Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
You know the jungle. It's a part of you. But exploring is not a game. And you don't look before you leap.
I'm okay, Boots.
We're onto something big, Dora.
An ancient city made of gold. Parapata. And your mother and I are gonna prove it.
Emmy? I'm sorry, sweetie, you're not going. What? Being in the city around kids your own age, like Diego, might help.
So you're gonna get invited to some of these parties called raves. The music sounds like this. Go get it! Be careful. That's what we want to say.
Cousin Diego, you're so skinny and tall.
You are way more energetic than I remember. Dora, this isn't the jungle. It's high school. It's life or death. Keep a low profile.
Just be yourself. Excuse me, I'm kind of stuck.
And just be cool, Dora.
Okay, what is this?
Oh! Where did you transfer from?
The jungle.
Here's the scavenger hunt list. Team up in groups of 4.
Hola, Dora.
Let me go!
You'll help us find your parents and the lost city of gold.
Where are we? All I see is jungle.
I see 3 mercenaries, armed.
Oh, look. Dora brought a knife on the field trip, everybody.
Come with me if you want to live.
I will with your parents. You're all in danger.
We're gonna die out here. There's no need to overreact. Get it off! Get it off!
Boots! Of course, she knows this monkey.
It's now or never! I have to keep going no matter what.
She's freaking awesome.
I think we're safe.
Not safe. Not safe. Not safe.
This film is not yet rated.
Danny Trejo is going to be the voice of Boots the Monkey.
I'm really excited about this movie, actually. It looks really good.
You know what? I'm way too old for Dora, but holy crap, it looks like a good fun movie that
Yeah,
you could take your family to.
It reminds me of those old weird, like the Shark Girl Lava Boy movies.
Ah, okay.
Where it's like just zany fun adventure for like younger people.
Mm-hmm. This Dora looks a little bit older than the cartoon Dora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Diego's in it.
Diego is in it.
I was not expecting that.
So, like, I can see this becoming a young person's Indiana Jones.
That's what I'm thinking.
Continuing the story. You can tell from the way it's cut. It's set up for 10 to 13-year-olds.
Like a Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah.
I think it was a Nickelodeon movie, actually.
It looks okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying that in that I have no interest in it.
Right.
I'm not going to go see it.
No.
But I think it looks, production-wise, looks good. Looks like it's going to be interesting for the target demographic that it's aimed at.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to do well.
I would watch it eventually. Maybe not in the theater unless some kid wanted me to take them.
I'm probably going to take the kids to watch it
Yeah.
if I can. Unless, like, a lot of the time other people will take my children to go watch movies. Like their grandma and stuff.
Right. Yeah. It looks like a lot of fun. whatever. But
it looks really well done,
it looks
though.
very well done, and it looks very franchisey.
Yeah, it looks like an Indiana Jones movie, but silly.
Yes. So you'll probably take the kids to see it.
Probably.
I wonder how many times she's going to stop and turn to the audience and talk to us.
Oh my god, wouldn't that be funny if she just dead-eyed stares at the audience? Road, bridge, mountain!
They'll probably throw
Say
something...
it with me!
They'll throw something like that in. And
They'll probably have her actually talking to her friends, because she's with her friends. And
Oh yeah, I love...
But she'll turn it sarcastic. Road, bridge, mountain. Come on, guys.
But like she
but she'll
seems
dead-eye the
more
audience, but she's actually looking at her friends, so it
her
makes
one
sense
sarcastic friend that keeps saying like, of course she brought a knife on the field trip. Of course she knows this monkey. And then Dora will be like, this is what where we have to go, and she'll look at the map, which will be overly simplified, and then she'll be like, road, bridge, mountain, and her friend will be like, why are you saying it like that?
And she'll be skipping through the path, and she'll be singing, backpack, backpack.
Her one friend will be like, what's wrong with her? Because she was raised in the jungle by two parents and a monkey and animals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep, and who was it? Michael Pena was the dad? Or was that the other trailer we watched?
No, that's him.
No, yeah, it's him, yeah.
And Eva Longoria from Desperate Housewives is the mom.
Really?
Yes.
I've never seen Desperate Housewives.
I believe that was her.
That's great.
Yeah, so that looks like a lot of fun.
It does look like fun. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And I guess that's all we have to talk about this week, guys.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I think we did a good podcast. It was very informative.
Don't we always do a good podcast?
I guess.
We do.
Sometimes I feel like I don't do a very good job.
Well, you know what? Some are better than others. It depends on what there is to talk about that week. And if we've had our coffee or not, or our tea.
Got any hypotheticals?
Not this week.
Not this week! Aw.
He was sick last week. He hasn't had time to think. He's a busy guy. He spent hours and hours trying to pull start a, what's it called?
A pressure washer at work.
Yes. And
my arms are dead.
Yes. Poor guy.
I know it works because it's got spark, it's got fuel going into the chamber. It should start. It's just not starting.
I just have a question that I'd like to know of our audience.
Okay.
If they were to have a mythical beast, or any beast really, as their faithful companion / familiar / mount, what would they have and why?
Soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. At Soulforge... Am I saying Soulforge?
Yes, you are.
Oh, crap.
I was like, oh, you're going to put this in Soulforge?
No, I'm
okay.
not. No.
Wow. Well, that's stinging.
I do too many podcasts. TheRustedRobot@gmail.com. At TheRustedRobot on Twitter. Or write us on our Facebook page. There we go.
So it's Katie's hypothetical of the week.
It is.
Oh,
very good.
Does
Very
that
good.
count as a hypothetical?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical.
It totally
Huzzah!
does. Good job. And so thanks, listeners, for coming by and being our faithful companions for the last 5.5 years. 60,000 plus downloads. Leave a 5-star review in the iTunes store. Tell your friends about the podcast. And remember, an artist cannot fail. It is a success just to be one. You have been listening to the Rusted Robot Podcast. To contact the show, email therustedrobot@gmail.com or tweet us at therustedrobot. Join the Facebook page and group and visit the website at therustedrobot.podbean.com. The Rusted Robot Podcast was put together by Sean and Josh and the Rusty crew. Please remember to check out our other show, the Soulforge Podcast, visit Jump City Comics in the 101 Mall, and leave a glowing review in your chosen podcast app. Thank you, and have a geeky day.
The Rusted Robot Podcast. Think about it.
Backpack, 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 backpack. On the backpack loaded up with things and knickknacks too. Anything that you might need, I got inside for you. Backpack, 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 yeah!
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.